Hello there and welcome to CTAP Region 2's Leading Online Pilot Professional Learning Community. I'm glad you're able to make it here today. Just going to give you a brief introduction into what we are going to be doing together prior to our official meeting launch. So we're all up on the same page at the same time. Now you've already accessed some of the resources, I'm aware of that. Just sending you the link to this little video so that you can be up to speed when we meet on October 6th. Alrighty, so I am Nancy Silva with CTAP Region 2, and I am a coordinator, have been here for 14 years. We serve the northeastern area of California, that's 9 counties as indicated on the map here. And our mission is to provide education technology, technical assistance, as well as professional development to K-12 educators and leaders. And here's our website down here at www.ctap2.org. Be sure to check out that, as well as my CTAP, for a host of ongoing, updated, fabulous resources and professional development opportunities for you. So what exactly is an online PLC? According to Wikipedia, it's a safe place for people to get together and achieve a shared learning objective. So that is one of the keys to an online learning community. But Dufour, who has really crafted and been the forefront spokesperson on the professional learning community movement in K-12 education, has 3 characteristics, tenets of a professional learning community. The meetings must focus upon learning, collaboration on matters related to learning with education technology, and focus on results and continual improvement. So those 3 tenets, along with these activities, will help identify what your meeting is. Is it a professional learning community or is it just a meeting? So kind of is a distinction right there. And what we hope to see in our professional learning community is a lot of communication, collaboration, collaborative inquiry and discovery, content and knowledge co-creation, like, you know, to support each other in our projects and our action research, and sharing. And we hope to achieve this within a comfortable environment that is casual, not too formal. That's why I'm not having this whole webinar scripted. I'm coming to you in a very informal way because it's more conversational, etc., and it makes us all feel a little bit more comfortable to not have a stilted environment. So that's what we're looking at. These are the characteristics, though. If these also are there, it's another distinguishing factor of a professional learning community, is if there's a shared mission that's stated, what are we trying to achieve? What do we hope to become? What's our shared vision? And how will we behave? And those are our shared values and norms. And as you know, we met over the summer when we were planning this PLC, and we formed and crafted what our mission, values, and norms would be before our actual first meeting that's slated on October 6th. So that being the case, we have our mission, and we have by consensus agreed to it, that our purpose is to continually improve, basically. And as you can see, there's the language of the actual mission that we have. And the vision that we created was one of sustainability. We want this to develop, grow, and sustain and become something very valuable to Region 2 educators, a place to learn about learning and teaching and leading online. And these were the norms we agreed upon. You know, we kept in mind that the ISTE nets for administrators and learning by doing tenets when we created these norms, and also looked at Learning Forward's suggested norms. And this is what we agreed upon. Not much different than norms that you'd find in a face-to-face professional learning community, but the communication and collaboration electronically is a way to fill in the gaps between those meetings. So, but these are the norms we agreed upon, and a little more detail on the norms are here in the file folders. How to download the file folders, and I'm going to give you a complete training on this whole environment at our official webinar kickoff. But to download these files right here, you just select the one that you want to download. In this case, it's our PLC norms. It's the last one in the file pod area here, and then just click on the button at the bottom of the pod that says save it to your computer, and then follow the directions about where you want it to save that file. But these are basically what we agreed upon as far as our norms. And bottom line with this whole community online adventure is we need to remember that it is a collaborative effort, and we're collaboratively responsible for its success or failure. So we need people to contribute and communicate and collaborate. And but nobody wants to be managed. That you want to be cared for. So if we help each other in ways that unexpected ways is what we're hoping to find out. Again, this is a pilot. When we find ways to support each other and help each other, we'll feel cared for, and the communities, I believe, will thrive in that case. So some of the tools we are going to be using in our PLCs are, of course, these Adobe Connect webinars. And so before each of our webinars, you'll receive an email from me that reminds you about the flip teaching is what they call it these days. But basically, any kind of pre-reading I need to require of you or expect of you prior to the PLC to look at so that we can hold discussion and use that time fruitfully. We'll be using this environment, and I'll also be coming to you using this environment for virtual office hours. I'll be available online right here every Thursday from 3 to 4. And so all you have to do is bop in to the room. I'll let you in, and we can discuss and support you in any way you'd like. If there are multiple people and it's something private you want to deal with, then I'll start setting appointments. But other than that, I will be here for everybody from 3 to 4 every Thursday. You can, of course, email me for at any time for assistance, and I'll try to get into a room and support you as soon as possible, get an appointment set up. We'll also be using the Calacuity Learning Management System. You already received all your logins for Calacuity and how to log in. And so ideally, you've looked at the syllabus there on the front announcement page. And we'll be using the course content in there. I will be putting our course content in there, discussions, announcements, email chat, and file share. And I want you, of course, to explore Calacuity as a learning management system, perhaps that you might want to use in your district or school for some blended learning opportunities for your students. It is a free service at this point from the California High-Speed Network and Calacuity. So email is another tool we're going to be using outside of the system. So again, feel free to email each other. You have the distribution email list that you can, it's on the announcement page in Calacuity on the front page, and a way to communicate via a distribution list outside of the system. And then you also have access to Atomic Learning tutorials. Again, you were emailed, and on the front page of the course in Calacuity, it gives you the login information and a little mini tutorial on how to use the Atomic Learning lessons that are within there. And there are wonderful things, including how to use Adobe Connect. That's one of the courses in there. But you have access to a lot of free courses there, and we will be discussing different ways that you could use them to support your professional development in your county or your district as well. So what e-tools will we be exploring together? What is our, if our learning objective is, tools and research and et cetera, that is out there for improving student achievement, specifically, since we will certainly not be able to cover it all, there is a lot of stuff out there, and fabulous. I get so excited, and I have access to lots of stuff, so if you need it, if you need something, if you're looking for something, you can't find it and you need it, give me a little email jingle, and I can probably put my hands on it pretty darn quick, because it excites me so much, all the wonderful tools and resources online. But anyway, that said, these are some basic categories, and you do have a handout in the learning pod here. It's called Directory Web 2.0 Tools.pdf. And I'm just going to go to that room real quick to kind of give you an overview of that. You have all these fabulous, all the red is linked, and it's by categories. So some public learning sites, instructional tools, such as testing and quiz tools and learning management systems, social and collaboration spaces, Twitter apps, web meeting conferences, and there's some free and there's some for pay. I mean, there's over 2,000 linked tools here for you to explore, but we cannot cover them all. So you're going to have to narrow that down. And I'm expecting that input to be given to me both at the end where I ask you to provide some evaluation and feedback, as well as in the Calicuity discussion forums. So I need you, again, this whole directory was developed by the Center for Learning and Performance Technologies, and thank goodness they've been keeping it very up-to-date directory of all different kinds of communication tools, blogging, wiki, and then right down to the specific kinds. And under each one of these categories, there are several more. So they're all hot linked. Personal productivity tools, browsers, players, readers, RSS and news readers. There's a lot to look at. So between now and our first meeting, I need you to look at this and give some feedback as what do you want to focus on? You know, what are the hot tools that are of particular interest to this group is what I'm trying to narrow down and need your help with. So I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint. It just switches a little the room around. And these are all highlighted briefly here, as well as on that document, where there are a lot more in the way of tools. When you are trying to narrow that list about what we're going to focus on, please do consider these little elements that may, you know, have an impact on the tools that we decide to use and that you might decide to use, because you know, does the tool integrate both content and community, or is it only a community tool or only a content tool? Is it easy to use? Does it meet the needs of the target audience that you're going to share the tool with or use the tool with, right? What kind of privacy features does it have? And, you know, do you need that level of privacy, or do you need a higher level of privacy? Management features, how easy it is for you to manage the either the content or the community, and is it universally accessible, and especially if you're planning on using it to in the classroom with teachers and have teachers use it with students. Universal access is a big thing. So, you know, make sure there's transcribed videos and that sort of thing when you're selecting a tool for use, especially with students. But with all 501 compliance is important. Oh, it's 508 compliance, I believe. So maintaining and sustaining our online learning community, additional free CTAP learning online services that I am going to provide you for participating in this pilot with me. Timely technical assistance, so as you need it, again, just email me. I will get to you within 24 hours, at least to let you know that I'm researching the question if I don't have a ready answer. And just-in-time webinars, as I said, you know, we're going to be focusing on different tools. There's obviously not going to be enough time in each of our PLC meetings to go over a lot of tools. So optionally, there will be other webinars and folks can attend or not attend, and they can always view the recording if they can't attend on how to use this, that, or the other tool. I can provide you with professional development, planning, and implementation support around education technology. So if you need some guidance or support and putting together a professional development plan for your district or your county office or your school site, I could support you with that. So contact me. I'd be glad to help. District technology planning technical assistance, as I told you, I got about 40 of the districts in Region 2 that have tech plans that are due this by June 30th, 2012, this school year. So I've just completed 4 webinars, a series of 4 webinars on various topics, and they are linked on my CTAP 2 website for you to review, or to ask your districts to review if you're supporting your districts with the technology planning component, or if they're asking for additional support. And then there's the whole aspect of action research, which we will get in more detailed. I have a little presentation I made for you folks on action research. So we'll be taking a look at that. And you can be considering individual, is there a new innovation, or is there an issue that you want to try to resolve at your county office or district, and just one issue or one innovation that you want to see if it has an impact, or what impact it does have on whatever you're researching. I can support you in developing that plan, and also in collecting the data and analyzing the data. And I can do that with all of you independently or as part of this process. And in fact, this whole pilot is an action research project for CTEP Region 2, so, and myself. So so this is an action research project with action research projects wrapped inside of it. I'm getting a little tongue-tied. Okay. So I need to know your thoughts. Use the CTEP 2 Cal Acuity discussion forum to share your thoughts, your input, concerns. I haven't seen a lot of discussions in there quite yet, and I know you've been in because I've checked. So I'm glad that you've all been into the system and kind of getting your feet wet. I haven't heard any trouble navigating around the system as well. We will have some introductory tutorials during that time. Again, I do want to really remind you to download all these documents and take a look at them, including the nets for administrators, because that's what we're aiming at, is becoming proficient with the nets for administrators. And then do 4 is leading online, what is a professional learning community document. And then, of course, we also have the flyer, and it has all the dates of our upcoming PLC meetings. So, and if you don't remember about what it's all about, please take a look at that. And of course, the syllabus is on the Cal Acuity site. So if you haven't downloaded, it's right there in the announcements front page. Your next steps is, again, to prepare for the Leading Online PLC by looking at those web tools, trying to find out which ones are the priority for this group to focus on, and maybe set some dates. We'll set some dates on our October 6th meeting. Share draft agenda ideas for that meeting, and to provide PLC feedback. So the feedback about this particular little webinar, how it's going for you so far, is at those 2 links. However, the share the draft agenda ideas and the like, you can either use the discussion forum in Cal Acuity or email me that information. Okay, it was great seeing you. Can't wait to get this PLC off the ground and flying, and I can't wait to see all the fabulous contributions you folks are going to make to help make this a very successful and lively professional learning community. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.